Alright, can you believe it's already week 5? And this week we're going up against the 3-1 Houston Texans, and they are taking on the 4-0 San Francisco 49ers. Let's go check some Houston stats. Let's go see how the Texans are holding up this year. They've been led by this man, Deshaun Watson, having a pretty good year. Duke Johnson even doing some pretty good things in the rushing department. Oh, Deshaun Watson, 93 yards already. 3 rushing. That's something to look at. He leads the team in rushing touchdowns, so he's going to have to try to run with us a lot because he's going to have a lot of pressure. Will Fuller leads them. Jordan Thomas. And then Brandon Cooks isn't even their leading receiver, so I think we're going to have to watch Will Fuller a lot this game. Defensively, Benardrick McKinney, who actually got defensive player of the week for the AFC, so he's definitely doing some good work in Houston. JJ Watt's still there. I know he wants to leave. JJ Watt really wants to get out of the Houston team. Justin Reed, it's a dangerous safety. Bradley Roby, interceptions, what's that looking like? Only 3. Bradley Roby and Lonnie Johnson. I don't think they've done anything in the kick returning game. No, like literally nothing. And the teams that they have been playing against, let's check them out. So they beat the Arizona Cardinals. They lost to the Seahawks. They beat the Jets. They have been playing garbage teams. Let's just put it that way. They're 3-1 for a reason. I think we're gonna kill this team. So we'll jump right in.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got a good one on tap between the visiting Houston Texans and the San Francisco 49ers. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. From
the first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Harris starts the drive on the ground. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, this is Harris. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now Garoppolo. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. From the gun, here's Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. 3rd and 2, Watson. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Watson looks to throw again. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Here we go. Like 80!
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. It's brought in by Harris. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. A give to Harris. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Here we go.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Following the fumble recovery, Watson. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Watson now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards there and a first down. Now a first down throw, Watson.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too. And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line.
Here we go.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do.
A big rush by the Texans, and they block it. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Texans push further out in front.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 25 carries, 134 yards, and the score, too.
How about the first month of the season for him? He leads the league in rushing, so you know his confidence is at an all-time high, which means his offensive line loves it, too. They'll get more opportunities to run block for him.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. 20. And that's complete. It's Green here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd and 2, Garoppolo to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and it's 3rd and short. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, but it'll be 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. On the jet sweep, here comes Fuller, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. It's caught inside the 25. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big-time play there for the Texans. 56 yards. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Watson complete. It's Johnson. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Badgley's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're in a 13-3 hole here now as they come up on first down. They'll start on the ground with Harris. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. On second down, it's Harris. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's got Green. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On the ground, it's Harris. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On second down now, it's Harris. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Texans' 36-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Green brings it in. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. Here comes the 49ers punter now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 1st and 10, Watson, and Thomas has it. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To the air yet again, Watson. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. Finding Green complete. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Garoppolo now. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Garoppolo again. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Now Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte, where you see the final score there. 20-3, the final. From there, we head up to our nation's capital to check on the Redskins at home at FedEx Field. And they were losers in that one to the visiting New York Giants. Saquon Barkley, over 100 yards on the afternoon thus far with a touchdown run as well. And lastly, Monday Night Football has a...
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. This will be fielded at the 6. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Houston. It's a kickoff return of 94 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Badgley on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So he took that one at the 6, returned it all the way to the end zone. An electric return it was. 94 yards to the house. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. 3 yards on that last run, so here is 2nd and 7 from the 28. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Timmy Jernigan with a sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On play action, it's Garoppolo. He's got his man here. It's Green. And nothing but daylight ahead. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A.J. Green, 81 yards. And the 49ers get a score closer. Now, when A.J. Green is on the field, you never know what you're going to get, but it's usually exciting, and that was certainly exciting.
He's an elite route runner, has big-time speed, tremendous body control, and I love the way he reacts to the ball in the air. He locates the ball a lot faster than defensive backs and makes plays on them, and they often turn out really, really good for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. It's up, it's good. That'll make the scoreline 20-10. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Let's go.
So here are the Texans to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. He gets this one to Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
7 yards there and a 1st down. On 1st down, Watson. That's complete to Jake Butt. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. On 1st down, it's Johnson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. They go to Johnson again. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That time a 9-play drive and a 9-yard run on the end of it. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And a little floater there is incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's going to into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And now out comes Houston. This offense, thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially to skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Watson. And Stills bringing it in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Let's go.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way.
They'll run it with Johnson. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. To throw on 2nd and 6. Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Watson, he's got Fuller. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Watson now from the gun on 3rd down. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Now it's Watson, a bootleg. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Tried to get that one to Jake Butt, and now it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Running from the gun, Johnson. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Check. Walk 54. Walk 54. 6 yards. Time to go. Night. Line him up. 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Kenny Stills, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half.
And now Garoppolo lost the football, and the Texans scoop it. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. There's Garoppolo to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night, and that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He's going to fire one. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. It's brought in by Harris. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Green once again, the intended receiver. Looking to throw, Garoppolo, and it's 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple of yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. Again, it's Johnson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 20. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Garoppolo again. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Garoppolo on the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Garoppolo finding his tight end Kittle. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Garoppolo looks to throw. Harris has it over the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They run with Harris, and they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Garoppolo. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A good run there, 8 yards, gets him much closer to the end zone with 4th and goal looming. Such a long drive here. 3 points, that would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks. Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't...
Now a hit and a loose football.
Good one, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we drop. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
Come on, baby. Here we go. Wait, check. Tight as Ringo. Tight as on Ringo.
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now Gold for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. D Ford in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now a handoff here to his running back. Finding room at the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Texans, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.